Well, hey friends and neighbors, this is Chuck out at Sheraton Park Farms. Welcome back to the farm. Last video we done, we had some piglets that were being born in some pretty nasty conditions, to say the least. Hang out with us today. We're going to show you how those piglets are doing, talk a little bit about what had happened, what we've done to improve their situation, give them a good spot to be raised in, and just a general update on what happened with those piglets that were born in this nasty, nasty weather. Hang around with us. Okay, let's do a little update on our piglets. If y'all remember the last video, about 4 days ago, this mama here, she is actually a female off of some of our pigs, and then this mama over here, she's a female out of a feeder group that we had bought to raise out. Both of them farrowed out here, 37 degrees, nasty rain. I mean, just the worst possible conditions to have piglets. She initially had 7, 6 survived. She initially had 15, was it? And 13 had survived. We've lost a few since, but overall, we're pretty good. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. We're at 14 left. Between the two, based on conditions, first time moms, I don't know that I can complain too awful much about that. Here's an update on what happened. We had, if y'all remember, you might go back and watch the video and saw what we done. Put these babies in some chicken brooders, left them overnight. The next day I had to be gone for my regular job. So Sandra and JW came out, put out some fresh hay, and gave them some fresh bedding. They put a wire up around, I don't know if you can, yeah, you can see it. They put a wire up around to sequester the moms and the babies so that some of these other pigs didn't get over in here and bed down with them. That was one of the problems we were seeing that first night, was these two moms were trying to bed down, and these other girls over here, or these other pigs, were wanting to get over in the nesting material with them because it was hay and it was dry and it was warm, and they wanted to bed. Well, the problem is we were afraid these other pigs would step on some of the babies, some of the piglets, and we would lose some that way. So put the wire up. That's provided some protection for them, which has worked out really nice. So everybody's doing okay that survived. I think I still may have 1 or 2 that's missing in the hay. Don't know where they are, but you know, we found some dead piglets. That's going to happen, and I'm okay with that. You know, in a field, in a pasture farrowing operation like this, you're just going to have some loss. I mean, you're going to have piglets that are runts that don't do well. You're going to have first-time moms like these both are. You're going to have first-time moms that are going to lay on piglets, step on piglets, and that kind of thing. But the ones we got left, I mean, look at these guys. They are just absolutely, they're just as cute as they can be. They're very active, and like I said, we're about 4 days out now. I feel so sorry about my finger. We're about 4 days out now, and I feel comfortable that, you know, these guys, the majority of these are going to end up surviving. We still may have 1 or 2 loss. Again, that's just the nature of what's happening. We've been taking this wire down during the day. I just have to put it back up. We've been taking this wire down during the day. So this mom, and she's got out. I mean, she went under the wire so they could get out and go get something to drink. We've been feeding them inside of the wire, and they're doing okay with that. Bulk feeder down there. I think they've probably been going down there and getting some of that. And then we got our bulk drinker, our field drinker up here. Man, sorry about the focus. Field drinker up here in the corner. And they've been going to that to drink. We've been watching them do that during the day a little bit. So that's an update on the piglets. I really, really do appreciate everybody's comments and kind words. I'll admit I was a little bit emotional the other night because, you know, the last thing we want, the absolute last thing we want, is for animals to suffer at our hand because we were negligent, we were lazy, we done something wrong, and that kind of thing. So we learned some lessons, and I think we're going to be better for it. And hopefully our animals will have better outcomes because of it. So again, I really appreciate everybody's kind words. Thank you so much. Okay, that's an update on the pigs. Doing better than we had expected. We got pretty lucky here. The thing I'll say is that you know, you got to build in some contingencies and be ready for bad weather and bad things to happen. We've got one more girl up here that we done an AI on a little while back. I think she's due sometime within. I got a pig down here carrying a fence rail around because it's not hot. We got a girl that's due to farrow sometime in the next 6 weeks, we got to make sure that she's set up for success, either by deploying a farrowing hut with her or making sure that she can get down to the cattle barn and give her a roll of hay. And it's close enough to we can pull a wire and put some brooder lamps on them and give them a little extra heat if we run into a cold period. Mountains of North Carolina, you know, we get cold here. You know, we got caught with our pants down on this one, but it can get cold. It's cold now. I mean, we've had nights that have been down in the 22, 23, I think. So one other thing I want to talk about, and I've been thinking about doing a video on this and just hadn't, but I think the time's come. If you're interested in farming, homesteading, this kind of lifestyle, let me tell you something. It's fun to watch on YouTube, watch guys like Joel Salatin and Justin Rhodes and Jason Contreras and us, and you know, I'm not putting myself in the same league as those guys on what they do. This is hard. This is not an easy thing to do. And until I go to my grave, I will say that this is absolutely the best lifestyle that we've lived. Son and I have lived on an acre lot with grass and driveway, and that was it. We've lived in an apartment. We've lived on a small farm, 20 acres. Now we're on this, you know, little bigger farm, 70 acres. And while it's very fulfilling and we love it, it's tough. I mean, it's not easy. It's not all glamorous. You have animals that die. You have to fight the weather. There's early days. There's late nights. Physically, as I'm getting older, I'm 49 now. I don't bounce back like I used to. You know, we processed turkeys yesterday. It was a long day, and then we had to get up and go to markets this morning. And I don't think there was a joint on me that didn't hurt. I mean, and I'm not whining. I mean, I feel very, very lucky. I know guys that are my age and younger that they have health issues, and there's no way that they could do this. There's no way that they could get out and work every day and lean into it, and do physically some of the stuff that we have to do. So I feel very, very fortunate from that perspective. But don't let the videos and don't let you know, some of those kind of books and some of those kinds of things over romanticize this. Yeah, it's a wonderful lifestyle. It's a great way to raise your kids, grow your own food, be on the land. But if you're doing it right and you're trying to do it right, it's hard. It's very hard. There's a lot of disappointment, but there's also a lot of joy. Don't let me overly discourage you, but also please don't watch our videos and think that that it's easy. We show the fun stuff, but like the other day, it was, you know, I got emotional over that because we don't want animals to suffer at our hand. So I'm rambling. I think I'm gonna shut up with that. Quick shout out to those folks that are supporting us on Patreon. Really appreciate that. Again, if you're wanting questions answered in a timely manner, you want us to put a little more time and thought into your questions and help that we can provide, please consider going over to Patreon, supporting us over there. Also, Amazon link is in the description down below. I know lots of folks, including us, starting to think about your Christmas shopping. Go down there, click on that link. Don't cost you anything extra. We earn a little bit of commission on that. We appreciate your support in everything that we do, watching the videos. Give us a thumbs up. And like we always say, please keep us in your prayers. May God bless you and your families. And we'll see you on the next video.